Hello, my dear friends, wherever you are watching this live. Welcome to Francis Page Media here in central London, and it is a very busy city now as we speak. London is the busiest city in the whole world, and that comes down to because of the death of Queen Elizabeth, who is lying in state at Westminster Hall, which is right behind me. But this video here is just to sort of show you what is going on in central London with regards to the preparation of Queen Elizabeth's state funeral, which is going to take place tomorrow. So it is it's coming to 3 o'clock here, UK time, and London is very, very busy. So I'm going to show you what is going on. Right now I'm standing at the mall here in London, central London, where the procession will be taking place. Of course, this would be the area where soldiers will be lining up as Queen Elizabeth's body will be driven from Westminster Abbey tomorrow after the procession back to Buckingham Palace. So I'm going to flip the camera so you can see what is really going on in London right now. So, yes, so hi Edith, thank you so much. So this is London, this is how it looks like, and right here is the mall where all soldiers will be lining up, and the Queen's body will be driven in a carriage along this mall. It's very, very busy here in London this afternoon. The place is very crowded, as you can see. Police is diverting people to other directions, and down there is where the procession will be taking place. So as you can see, flags. So this is happening right now in London. Of course, we are having rehearsals about to take place for Queen Elizabeth's state funeral, which will be happening tomorrow. And down there is where the Horse Guard parade will be. That's where the parade for soldiers will be honoring Queen Elizabeth on the day, and the parade will be taking place.
On the paper, please. On the paper. Sorry.
So very, very busy scenery here in London. Queen Elizabeth's state funeral will be taking place tomorrow, Monday, the 19th of September. But where I am standing right now is where Queen Elizabeth's body will be driven past in a carriage. So we are moving towards Buckingham Palace just to go and see the mood behind the palace, in front of the palace, and how things are shaping up. Whether we'll be able to get there, we don't know, because police is diverting people to all to use other avenues and areas, because they are putting stuff in place, measures in place. They are putting barricades. So this route I'm walking would be the route tomorrow that Queen Elizabeth's body will be driven in a carriage. And I'll cross over to the other side, maybe to have a better view. So that is going to be the route. You can see Buckingham Palace down the mall. So this is where you're going to see the horses carrying the carriage of Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth's body tomorrow. As you can see, they have cleared the whole streets, very clean, security in place, making sure everything is, yes, well done. Well done, keep up the good job, yeah? Yes, yeah, you too.
How long before you get paid?
Okay, so you're going to have guards lining up the street here. As you can see, they will be guards will be lighting the street on every other side of the street to make sure that everything is moving on smoothly. And people will be sat along the street here. People have already arrived here and keeping camp because tomorrow, trust me, nobody will be allowed to come in here because this is all going to be packed.
That access to Buckingham Palace is now closed.
Okay.
There are restrictions in place around the Mall, Four-Stars Road and St James's Park. Hyde Park Floral Tribute Site remains open.
So as you see,
As
you can see, you can hear access to Buckingham Palace is now closed. Yes, as I said to you earlier, that police is coming up with all sorts of communication every now and then because every minute the mall is getting packed, and they are now limiting the number of people coming through to the mall. These ones you see sat alongside the road are people who have spent sleepless nights here, and they are not going away anytime sooner because if they leave, they won't probably be able to come back. But yes, that's what's happening. People spent the night here, as you can see. When were you here? Excuse me? Did you come here this morning, or you've been here for a few this morning? Do you intend to go away?
No,
You're going to stay here tomorrow. Do you want to say hello to my friends? Yeah? No? Okay, good. Have a good one, yeah? Yes. Right, yes. So I've just been talking to a lady there who said that she arrived this morning and she's going to stay here overnight because the moment she leaves, she won't be able to come back in here to be able to witness history when Queen Elizabeth's coffin is driven down the mall here where I am walking right now. So wherever you are watching this live, welcome to Francis Page Media here in London this afternoon, just to walk you through the route that Queen Elizabeth's coffin will be driven past tomorrow. And as you can see, soldiers, police officers, security. Yeah? Yeah, hello? Okay, not too bad. The game? Okay, I've not watched it yet. I'm going to catch up with it soon, yeah. Yes, so as you can see, guys, sorry about that. People spent the night here and they are probably going to stay here for the rest of the night because the moment you leave, that will be you. No coming back in here because it will be full. Access to Buckingham Palace has been closed now, so no one is allowed to come back in here. So I was quite lucky to get in actually because those who are just arriving are not allowed to come down and have a look at what's going on. But let me take you as far as I can. We're closer to Buckingham Palace, so we see how things are shaping up there. So welcome aboard this live. Tomorrow is the state funeral for Queen Elizabeth. Hello, you all right? Yes, Queen Elizabeth is tomorrow. Funeral tomorrow. Funeral service tomorrow, and she is lying at Westminster Abbey, which is behind me. About 3 miles, well, 2 miles from here is where she's lying instead, and her body will be there until tomorrow, 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then 10 o'clock it will make its way down to Westminster Abbey for that funeral service. And the funeral service will kick off at around 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. And after that, the body will be brought back to Buckingham Palace. Again, will be driven through here and brought back to Buckingham Palace, where again, the body will depart for Windsor Castle, where she will be buried. But once again, this is how things are looking like in London this afternoon. Wherever you're watching from, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Send condolences through the channel. Of course, whatever comes through here will be reflected on the channel wall for our viewers to see, and of course send condolences to the family as well. But these are how things are shaping up in London. Lauren Walker, sending you greetings. Thank you for the support.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so this is how things are shaping up.
Please note that access to Buckingham Palace is now closed. There are restrictions in place around the Mall, Four Stars Road and St James's Park. Hyde Park floral tribute site remains open. Please follow the direction of stewards.
Access to Buckingham Palace has been closed. Again, people are here from different areas of the world to show their support to the royal family. That is going to be the mall, of course. Very, very, very packed. As you can see, this is where the events are going to take place. You will see the Queen's body being driven in a carriage down the mall from Westminster down there up to Buckingham Palace, which is down the road there. But policing is in place, as you can see, police officers policing and making sure that they are showing their presence in high numbers, which is very reassuring because, of course, tomorrow is going to be the busiest day any capital city in the world has ever witnessed. That is going to be tomorrow. So the police there are going into, I suppose, St. James Palace. And let's see. Let's have a look. Okay, so St. James Palace is over there at the back. That way, let's see if we can get closer to Buckingham Palace. Ooh, access to Buckingham Palace has been closed. Okay. Okay, so we can't get to Buckingham Palace because access has been closed. Like I said to you, there is a lot going on that side of the palace with rehearsals, but also we have royals about to depart to go to for the service at Westminster. I think there is a rehearsal service for rehearsals going to take place, including rehearsing the service itself for Her Majesty the Queen that will be taking place tomorrow. But that is the mall. Police has shown presence in high numbers because they are just trying to map out who will do what tomorrow, making sure that every police officer is aware of their duties and responsibilities tomorrow. But yes. And you will notice some security officers wearing those high vis, and you've got police officers and you've got armed police. So private security agencies are working hand in hand with the police and the military to make this event a success in terms of moving smoothly.
Do not open the road. Do not open the gates yet. Do not open the gates. Keep gates closed. Open the gates, please. Open up the gates. Open the gates. Can be open. Ladies and gentlemen, please move across the road. Please do not stop on the road.
The city is packed. Of course, they have come up with different diversions. People not allowed where here and other areas of London are very, very busy with rehearsals. Behind the park across the road there is where Wellington Barracks is. That's where the central division for the guards, and that's where all the rehearsals for soldiers who are going to take place, who are going to be taking part in tomorrow's procession, is being done. So the rehearsals everywhere. The capital is very busy, but that's all in preparation for tomorrow's funeral procession of Queen Elizabeth, which is estimated to be, which is a ceremony that will be watched by people estimated to be in millions and millions across the world. So of course the flags are lined up across the street. Yes, this is where I used to work. Fiona, thank you so much for asking. I used to stand alongside these barricades as a Queen's Guard, lining up the streets. But there's high police presence here, as you can see, and vehicles carrying dignitaries from different parts of the world, presidents and prime ministers, are arriving and being assigned their accommodation. Happy memories indeed. Happy, yeah, very emotional. But again, we are so lucky to be part of this history of change of an era, great era we have had for the last, God knows, hundreds of years. And of course, the coronation of King Charles III will also be taking place. And that is also going to be another big, big event. Okay, so Lauren, thank you so much for asking that. I was in for 5 years, well, in total 6 years, serving as a Queen's Guard, a job that will always stay with me, and that explains why I have great passion for what I do, and also always trying to make sure that I stay in touch with my comrades, friends we used to serve with. I was lucky to serve with Prince Harry at the time. Prince William was also serving at the time. And when Prince Harry was deployed in Afghanistan, I remember that our regiment took over from Prince Harry's regiment at the time. So great memories, great events to be part of always.
All the gates, please.
It's an 11-minute walk apparently, yeah?
Appreciated, Lauren. Thank you so much, and for your support as well. You're one of my very, very, very close friends on this channel, Lauren Walker. You're always appreciated. Keep that support coming.
Vehicle, please. Vehicle.
And that's where
So you can see that every time a vehicle pulls up, that could be a royal in there, or a member of the government, or dignitaries from across the world, because they are the only vehicles allowed to be driven in and around Buckingham Palace.
Please open up the gate.
But where we are standing right now is the mall, so that would be where you will be seeing the Queen's coffin being driven down from Buckingham Palace, which is over there, okay, down to the Westminster Abbey, where she is going to be prayed for in a service that will be watched by millions and millions of people.
Bro.
Deliveroo to the mall.
You know like that?
Yes, yes, Lauren. Sorry, Fiona. Thank you so much for that question. Yes, because when you become a guard or a soldier, Queen's Guard or Queen Soldier, you swear an oath of allegiance saying that you will be serving you'll be serving the Queen or the King and the Queen or King's officers diligently. So this is an oath, of course, which transfers automatically to the next, yeah, to the next in line. So when King Charles, of course, ascends to the throne, like he's already done, when soldiers are swearing their oath of allegiance, they are swearing to King Charles and King Charles's officers and the rest of the royal family. Likewise, when William ascends the throne, in the years to come, the same will happen. So yes, it is automatic that oath changes with time. Right, there is another vehicle pulling up. We don't know who is coming down. Lorraine, who just watching those Buckingham Palace gates are open, maybe members of the royal family are going to come down. Like I said to you, any vehicle you see being driven around here is a dignitary of some sort because no other vehicles are allowed down the mall. At the moment, we can't get closer to Buckingham Palace. This is as far as we can get because it's fully packed, and also there are rehearsals about to begin near to Buckingham Palace. So this is as far as we could get today. So police officers, armed police, and everybody is getting briefed up on their role tomorrow. You can see ambulance services and first aiders, and everybody is also getting in position. People are going to be spending the night here on the mall because the moment you leave, that will be it. You can't get back in. You can only get out, but not in. So I'm going to cross over that side just to see if I can give you another good view of the street, of the mall.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not stop on the road.
Hello? Are we allowed down there? Okay, close. So
Ladies and gentlemen, no photos on the road. It's not very photogenic. Keep moving.
Can walk on this side.
No,
We
no.
can't. I can't let you in.
Keep going. Keep going. There we go.
I did get a picture. I know they're exiting the park.
So we're going to close the gate, yeah?
So you will be seeing so many police officers patrolling, but that is part of the routine for the rehearsals that are just about to take place. And the police officers you see marching there are being taken to their places of stationing, and everybody is going to be briefed up on their responsibility ahead of tomorrow's big function. Of course, they must be coming from Buckingham Palace, of course, to receive another sort of briefing. But police officers are at their busiest right now. As you can see, hundreds of thousands of police officers being put in position. Don't forget that demonstrations have been taking place in the last few days as well. People who are resented to the whole monarch system and the rest of it. So the presence partly is also to do with helping keep things calm. Okay. Yes, again, guys, just to flip the camera 1 minute to show appreciation to you guys. Thank you all so much for the support on this channel, Francis Page Media, a channel where you always come to catch up with the latest in the world of our British royals. Today is the 18th of September, and tomorrow, the 19th, Monday, is going to be the funeral procession of Her Majesty the Queen, and she is right now lying in state behind
Good
me
afternoon.
at
Please
Westminster Hall,
note that
where
access
she
to
will
Buckingham
leave
Palace
to go
is
to
now
Westminster
closed.
Abbey
There
for
are
prayers
restrictions in
tomorrow,
place
and
around the
after that
Mall,
procession,
Four
her
Stars Road
coffin will be
and St
driven
James's
down the
Park.
mall to
High
Buckingham
Buckingham
Palace.
tribute
So
starts
this
at
will be
9:30. Please follow the directions of street.
okay. So this will be the route where the coffin will be driven past. So I thought I'd come in here again to show you what's happening and also to appreciate all your support. Yes, it's Francis Page here with you guys. Hello. If you see me, give me a wave before I flip this camera back. Sorry, can I just squeeze in here? 1 minute, thank you. So events like these are obviously very, very historic, very memorable, and this is going to be the biggest, if you call it, the biggest ever emotional event to have to have the world has ever received or seen since the Queen Mother in 2002. I know that the Queen's husband, Prince Philip, passed away last year, and his body again was driven along the mall, as you can see here. But the Queen's death, of course, is going to be 4 times anything we've ever seen before. And of course, her funeral procession and that state funeral is going to be the biggest ever event that the world has ever seen. Police in thousands and the army and all private security forces have turned up in full swing to ensure the ceremony moves on smoothly. So those who managed to catch up with my post yesterday, I was at Westminster Hall yesterday to see Queen Elizabeth lying state, and I managed to get a chance to film a video outside the Westminster Hall around 10 o'clock last night. If you get chance, please pop over to my page and you can leave a thumbs up on that video. But I'm trying to do my best to bring you these events as they happen. Of course, I'm lucky to be able to be here where I am right now because all gates and avenues leading to this place have been closed because of the huge numbers of people here. Absolutely, Fiona, without a doubt. Sorry, yeah. Police in tens of thousands, and that is without private security officers added into that number. So do you think there could be a royal coming down from Buckingham Palace?
I think there's a dinner for all the presidents from around the Commonwealth.
So they're going to be driven past here?
It's possible, yeah.
Okay. So I've been told that there is a dinner coming up for all the heads of state that are going to be attending the funeral service tomorrow. And it's highly likely that they are preparing the way for them to come through the mall. So it would be great to see all of them again drive past.
Please note that access to Buckingham Palace is
Of
now
course, yes, sleepless nights for the guards, and expect to see some collapsing on that parade tomorrow because they don't get enough sleep. I've done it before, I've been there. I was close to collapsing myself the last time I did a big event like this. I think that was William and Kate's wedding, where when we spent sleepless nights doing up our kit and rehearsing and everything. So yesterday was the standing besides the Queen's coffin for all the Queen's grandchildren, and we saw Harry, Prince William, Princess Anne's daughters, and Prince Andrew's daughters, Eugenia and Beatrice, standing besides the Queen's coffin at Westminster Hall. And it was great to see the family actually being united for the first time since these family issues have been going on in the royal family. So Prince Harry, of course, having worn his uniform yesterday, we know that he had only got permission to wear his uniform a couple of hours ago before he stood guard besides the Queen's coffin. So it was great to see him wear that uniform. But the big question is, will he ever be allowed to wear it tomorrow? Because apparently he was only meant to wear it yesterday. And Prince Harry, according to several sources we hear, is that he took a moment of reflection and is thinking of reversing his decision to come back and work for the royal family again. That will be up to whether King Charles will allow him, also given the fact that his wife is very much opposed to the royal family values and all that. So whether it will be a case of, again, Prince Harry going to sort of sort things out with his wife and try to calm his wife down and bring her back to normality. Only then we might have Prince Harry again being accepted into the royal family. But as it stands right now, we don't see any way back in for Prince Harry, because his father, of course, during that speech he gave on his day of accession, he said he wished Prince Harry and his wife well wherever they go as they build their lives, clearly showing that he wasn't interested in having him back. And let us not forget Prince Harry's book, which is also due to be published. Again, a book where people anticipate a lot of bombshells. So I don't think there is any way back in for Prince Harry, although yesterday, as he stood guard beside his grandmother's coffin, his moments of reflection and his body language clearly showed that he did miss working for the royal family. Back again, guys, I will flip you. Excuse me, do we have anybody coming through from the royals?
To be honest, I don't know exactly. There will be definitely be dignitaries and things.
In the next coming few
I
minutes.
don't know when. I don't.
Okay.
No one tells me anything.
So dignitaries being driven in. We've been told there's a party, dinner party that is going to be taking place later on this afternoon. So this could be part of dignitaries arriving.
Good afternoon. Please note that access to Buckingham Palace is now closed. There are restrictions in place around the Mall, Portsmouth Road, and St James. Hyde Park, please follow the directions.
So let's have a quick walk around here and see how things are shaping up around these areas.
Do not need accessibility. Spend all night now. Yeah. Not this I didn't. So everyone else there, they're going to be going for the foreseeable future. They're camping out for the night, and these people have been here. They camped out last night and tonight. This will when it comes back, yeah. So they will bring it back from Westminster back along Whitehall. Basically, the route that we're coming back.
So what time do you reckon the coffin will be driven past the mall tomorrow here?
I reckon probably, the funeral's at 11, so maybe 1, 2 o'clock.
1, 2 o'clock?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly, but this will be closed off though, you won't be able to get here tomorrow.
So are you going to, I suppose you're going to have so many people sleeping here tonight?
Yeah, these
So-
people have already been sleeping
so-
for the last nights already.
So nobody is allowed in here except for these who arrived?
They believe, when it gets full, they think that it'll be full up by 4 a.m.
4 a.m. tonight. People will be stood here for, overnight.
So you're not going home then, you're going to stay here?
Oh God, I wish I was ready. I didn't bring most of my,
I know, it feels like it's about to
It's
start
start raining.
pouring down.
Yes, yeah.
I haven't got anything waterproof today, so
You haven't got anything?
this is it. This is all I've got. So I'll have to go down in my and get someone that's better dressed.
Not go home and get something?
More appropriately dressed.
No. I might just watch the procession on
considering
television
coming back out
tomorrow,
for the night?
maybe.
No, I think I'll get a
Good afternoon. Please note that access to Buckingham Palace is now closed. There
So
are
access
restrictions
to
in
Buckingham
place
Palace
around
is
the
closed,
Mall,
like you've
Portsmouth
heard
Road,
from that
and
lady
St
over
James's
there.
Park. Hyde Park Floral Tribute
people will
Site
be
remains
spending
open.
an
Please
overnight
follow the
here
direction of
because by
stewards.
4 a.m. in the morning nobody would be allowed to come in except for those who would be in here at the time. So I won't be here tomorrow, but I've just decided to just come and show you how things are shaping up ahead of tomorrow. But that is what is going on. You'll be seeing officers like this tomorrow. So people you see on the road here, of course, are camping here. Most of these have been here for the last 2 days. And they can't leave because they want to be able to witness tomorrow's events. Events that are going to be watched by millions and millions across the world. And for them being here, of course, is what will make meaning for them, because everybody who will be watching these events from wherever they are, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Africa, would probably have wished to be on site, but they can't. So those, of course, will be lucky. But that's down the mall. Yeah? Oh.
Like somebody coming? Like king or something?
No, dignitaries are going to be driving out of Buckingham Palace to go out for dinner. So the police officers are making sure that the route is clear and everything is good to go. Yes, will you be watching this event tomorrow? Or you just okay, brilliant. Brilliant. Have a good day. Yeah. Okay, Sam, thank you so much. Yes, I was taking a moment out. Sam, thank you so much. We'll be here when you come back, Fiona. I'm taking a moment out, of course. Very emotional scenes here, but
Good afternoon. Please note that access to Buckingham Palace is now closed. There are restrictions in place now, Hallscards Road and St James's Park. Hyde Park Floral Tribute Site remains open. Please follow the direction of stewards.
I haven't walked down quite a bit. I'm still fresh, Fiona. I was just trying to sort out my laptop here because I'm charging this phone as well from this power bank thing. So I'm trying to fidget around, putting it on the power bank. Right after here, guys, I'm going to take you down to the Westminster Hall just to see a little bit what is going on there, especially people who are queuing up to get into Westminster Hall to see the Queen lying in state. The queues were crazy last night. Oh yes, I will. I'll have a good cup of tea and a cake. One second, guys. I need to sort this power bank. I'll get back. Okay, we're back up again. So I'll take a little walk down to the Horse Guards Parade, where soldiers will be forming tomorrow to do the guard of honor for Her Majesty the Queen. Whether we shall be allowed to go there is the other thing, but I'll try and see.
Actually, is it Elsa and...
Ashley and Ashley.
Elsa and Ashley? And again.
That's like
Hello, you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. How long have you been waiting here? And today? Okay, are you going to... You're staying tomorrow as well? So you're literally camping here? And you've been camping here for the last 2 days? Okay. What does this mean to you? A lot. Okay. Yeah. She was. And where are you coming from? Are you from the UK? Cardiff, Wales. Okay. And of course you have a special place for the royal family, or the Welsh. And tell us about the news for Catherine and Prince William becoming the Prince and Princess of Wales. Was it welcomed by the Welsh? Oh, they were welcomed, yes. Yeah. So Queen Elizabeth, of course, has been on the throne for 70 years. Do you think we are going to have anybody like her again?
Good afternoon. Please note that access to Buckingham Palace is now closed.
Of course, he's been waiting for 73 years, isn't he? So he's been trained by the best teacher in the whole world. So we trust him to again lead the monarchy, just like the Queen has been doing for the last 70 years, isn't it? Well, I wish you well. And have you been to the Westminster Hall for the lying of Queen Elizabeth? You haven't. The queues were terrible, horrible, isn't it? Yeah, no. But I mean, what better experience would you get?
yeah, I guess so. Did you meet Carol?
So as you have seen, guys, that lady has been here for the last 3 nights, and she is staying tonight as well. People are determined to stay here come rain or shine, so they can be part of that magical day of seeing Her Majesty's coffin being driven in a carriage down the mall. See if I can get somebody else to speak to you around here. Hello there, you alright? Yes, I'm fine. My name is Francis. Hello, you alright? Yes, yeah. And I'm a royal blogger, so I blog around activities of the royal family. And it's great to see you lining up here, paying respect to a great leader. Queen Elizabeth has been, isn't it? Yes. So how long have you been waiting here?
We've only been here about an hour and a half.
An hour, okay.
So we've come up from Kent.
From Kent, yeah. Ooh, Tunbridge Wells.
Some people come from York.
Well, yeah, I spoke to someone earlier who came from Wales. Yeah. Okay, you're royalist as well. Yeah, we're gonna miss her, aren't we? What do you think about King Charles III?
I love him too.
Yes, especially as he's been waiting 70 years to get to the throne. And he's been a mummy's boy as well, isn't it? Mummy's boy, he's been mummy. Yeah.
Are you a mummy's boy?
Of course, yeah. We love our moms, don't we? Yes. And what do you think about Catherine and William becoming the Prince and Princess of Wales?
I think they're so professional.
Yes, yes.
I'm really excited for them too.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm glad they've got King Charles to watch
Yes.
before they go into it.
Yeah.
Some people were saying,
Let's have William.
exactly, they can watch him.
Yes, and learn. Yes, especially as they are also still raising their young family, isn't it?
And he's taken them Duchy of Cornwall, it's now the Prince of Wales.
Yes.
So they've now got to take that next leap.
Yeah.
And their children need to develop them.
Absolutely. And Meghan and Harry, what is your take on those two runaway royals? Yeah, yeah.
When you sit her on your leg, you sit her up.
His brother,
Yeah, yeah.
more so for his brother, because he put, like, Princess Anne, she's totally amazing.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to work harder now.
Yeah. To cover whatever they left behind.
It's already doing a lot.
Yeah.
for their family.
Yes. Yes.
And so she's got so few Wessex, like what's so professional, she's doing more.
Yeah.
And I think if Harry had been there and Meghan,
Yeah. They would have absolutely.
Good afternoon. Please note that access
They
to
just
Buckingham Palace is
throw
now
that
closed.
No
There are
respect at all.
restrictions
They
in
go
place
ahead and
around the
have
Mall,
these
Portsmouth
interviews
Road,
and
St James's
talking
Park.
about their family.
Hyde Park Floral Tribute Site remains open.
Yes.
Please follow the direction of stewards.
In front of the Queen on that day. Yeah.
but he's a Prince of the Wales,
Mm.
and she's not showing that respect.
Mm.
And she's American, and I'm afraid to say they don't understand.
Absolutely.
But, you know,
But-
I wish him the best.
We too, just like his dad, Prince Charles said, wish you the best.
Yeah,
Do you see them coming back to the royal family in the near future? Yeah, because obviously it was very telling of King Charles' speech when he said, I wish you well in your life abroad. Very telling of a king who wasn't going to give them any opportunity to come back. Which of course I think was a brilliant idea. I mean, brilliant decision to let them go, because what they have done, of course, is not repairable, not at least. And of course, Queen Elizabeth has been here with us, and they didn't even show interest in coming back to see her before she died. And now they are here showing those emotions, faking and all that stuff. Well, thank you so much for catching up with you. I hope you guys have a wonderful camping out here. This experience is well worth it, I'm telling you. Right,
super time as well.
and you too, yes. Yeah. Okay, so you had those views there. Meghan and Harry doesn't sit well. they don't sit well in the hearts of many royalists here, with many thinking they are very disrespectful, they are very disgusting for what they have done to the monarchy. Quick look into the mall.
Ma'am, this one. You want to go? Where do you want to go from? Trafalgar Square. Yeah, you can exit from here.
So that's how London is today, my dear friends, wherever you're watching us from. Things are shaping up really well for the funeral procession of Queen Elizabeth tomorrow. As you have seen, nobody is allowed to come in here now. All access to Buckingham Palace has been closed because the mall is full. You can only leave, but you can't come into Buckingham Palace. So down there, where you see the flags, is the Horse Guard Parade. So that's where you see the Queen's birthday parades taking place, where soldiers form up and show the Guard of Honor. Likewise, tomorrow, the Guard of Honor for Queen Elizabeth will also be taking place in the Horse Guards Parade, which is down that mall. So those flags you see are flags from all the 52 countries of the Commonwealth being lined up on the street to show appreciation for the royal family, for the monarch, and also the unity that holds these countries together in both good and sad times. Yep. So let's see if we can get down to the Westminster Hall, so you can get to see the queues going into Westminster Hall for the lying in state of Queen Elizabeth. So that was a snippet of what is going to happen tomorrow around the mall. Very, very busy. Tomorrow is going to be the busiest day in London. So you can only come out and you can't get back in. So we are heading over to Westminster Hall, so you can get to see the queues for the guys going in to see the lion for the lion state of Queen Elizabeth. So this is where Her Majesty's coffin is at the moment. We are heading there. It's quite a distance, but I would be happy for you guys to walk along with me as you get to witness what is going on in and around London with regards to tomorrow's state funeral. So as you can see there, you can't come into Buckingham Palace, so you can leave.
Just move off the road, please.
Turn right onto Pall Mall.
Okay. So we are now heading to Westminster Hall, where the Queen is lying in state. I just want you to have a look at the queues there, because there has been a 10, 11 hours wait in the queue to get to Westminster Hall. So let's see how things are shaping up down there.
Let's just keep going that way, and then we'll angle to the right. I'll go straight down, and we'll be at Trafalgar Square.
Yeah, we'll be at Trafalgar Square where the
So I've done quite a lot of walking these past few days. Of course, London is a city that is quite easy to get by. And I've lived here for 15 years now, so I know the city quite so well. And these are areas that, as a guard, I used to come and chill out during those breaks from duty. So this area here is called Trafalgar Square. It's very busy area, certainly, especially these days, because this is where people camp waiting to see royals coming from Buckingham Palace heading down to Westminster Hall, Westminster Abbey. We've just seen the new Prime Minister assuming office recently, and this was a popular route for government vehicles coming from Buckingham Palace to to number 10, and back and forth. So if you feel okay to come with me on this little walk, so I take you down to Westminster Hall where the Queen is lying in state. I hope we are allowed to get in there, because apparently there have been rehearsals taking place in all key areas around London.
He was the captain of the armies.
I know. So that's the road leading up to back to Buckingham Palace, but I suppose nobody's gonna get through there.
There's lots to do.
Trafalgar Square. Like I say to you, the mood in London right now is in high spirits. People are coming from different countries to come and camp in London ahead of the funeral procession tomorrow.
The great thing is actually now you don't have
So it's like walking inside a house with the way streets are packed. Feels like you're all in a little room trying to fight your way through. So the Westminster Hall is down this way, but I don't know. Oops. I don't know if we will be able to get closer to be able to see the queues, but we'll try. So if you walk with me, it's gonna be a 3-4 minutes walk down this road.
Actually, Jane.
Yeah, we want to go.
So I'm taking you guys down to Westminster Hall, so you see the queues going into, say, Her Majesty Lion's State at Westminster Hall. It's a 3 minutes walk from here, so Fiona, if you're watching this live, that's the red post office box.
As far as I'm aware, it's still open.
Thank you.
Get rid of people, right?
So that's how London looks like, guys, today ahead of the state funeral tomorrow. So people are already in full gear in London here to camp somewhere, or at least check into a hotel nearby so they can stay here to witness tomorrow's state funeral. So Queen Elizabeth will be driven past here tomorrow morning on these roads you see from Westminster Hall down to the mall where we have been earlier. But this is where the procession will be coming from. You know, this is where the body will be driven in a carriage going up the mall to Buckingham Palace. So we are walking the route for the procession tomorrow. Ooh, I love that. Commander-in-Chief of the British Army, 1956, born, died 1904. Very iconic statue, isn't it? The Whitehall, brilliant buildings here in central London, and we're just coming up to number 10, which is somewhere here, British Prime Minister's office. Those of you who know London very well, you know where I am right now. Okay. Let's pop in here briefly. So here is the horse guards parade. So where the guards form up for the Queen's birthday parades and everything. So here again will be the location for all soldiers from all the different regiments, most of those, but the guards mainly will be forming up here to do the guard of honor. Very iconic buildings around here. So this is called the Horse Guards Parade. I don't know how many times I've lined up here in my full military, my full guards uniform to do the the Queen's birthday parade. But anyway, I just popped here just to show you what's happening in the Horse Guards Parade. But we are heading down to the Westminster Hall. Oh, how about that? Fiona, are you on live? What do you think about that household cavalry officer standing guard? People buying souvenirs, but expect to spend not less than 15 quid on those small assortments there. It's very expensive around this time of the year. Of course, everything is going to be expensive. Of course, it's the Queen's state funeral tomorrow.
I don't think I'd be any need for that at all.
It's easier to walk this side of the road. So this is all going to be the procession for this is where the Queen's body will be coming. So that's the Houses of the Parliament at the back. Let's see if we can get there.
Oh, we were lost.
If I'm the king, you're not lost.
This is where they'll go back. They'll go back up here. And then once you get
So wherever you're watching from this live, we're having a walk around in London to see how things are shaping up ahead of tomorrow's state funeral for Queen Elizabeth.
Downing Street, sorry.
We are heading down to Westminster Hall, so you can get to see the queues of people lining up to go in and see Her Majesty's body lying in state. So the Prime Minister's office, number 10, is right in there. Those black gates you see there. is where Prime Minister sits, right in there. So it's always an easy, simple drive for the Prime Minister to get down to the Houses of Parliament for the Prime Minister's questions. If you follow up on politics, that is. But we are briefly heading down to Westminster Hall, so you guys can see the line, the queue for those going in to see Her Majesty lie instead. So the roads, the streets are all made clear, ready for tomorrow's funeral procession. This is where the coffin will be driven down to Buckingham Palace, but this is pretty much the route after the Westminster funeral service. Journalists are already camping here. This is Voice of Africa, Voice of America. They're setting up, as you can see. So you are going to have a very, very busy day out here tomorrow. Tell me wherever you're watching this live, guys, will you be watching the funeral procession tomorrow, the state funeral? Tomorrow, pubs are very busy. People have shown so much love for Her Majesty the Queen, turning up in huge numbers to bless the streets on which her body will be driven down for the last time before being taken to Windsor Castle for burial. So we are heading down to Westminster Hall, which is literally 100 or 200 yards ahead of us.
Yeah, exactly.
She said come from that side.
We can get round.
You're using the umbrella, has he nailed it? Where she is, but she's not necessarily on this side. So, well, let's see if we can get over one of the bridges. Well, we want to be on the other side anyway. We can get on the train at Waterloo then.
So again, dignitaries are being driven in and around the city. I think we've just missed the British Prime Minister, who's just been driven from the Houses of Parliament. Let's see.
I've lost my belongings.
Yeah, I'm here.
Ron, I'm going to leave you.
So that big building ahead of us there is where Westminster Hall is. So that is where Queen Elizabeth's coffin is lying instead, in that building ahead of us. see if I can zoom it in. That one there, that is where Queen Elizabeth is lying in state as we speak. Of course, the Houses of Parliament there on the left, and then that big building there is where Her Majesty the Queen's body is lying in state, and it is going to be lying in state there until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then from there it will be taken to Westminster Abbey for the service, which will kick off at 11 o'clock. So the queue, I don't know if you can see it from here, is right somewhere there. Queue of people trying to get in. But as we know, that is the Westminster Hall. Very iconic building. Where Her Majesty's coffin is lying in state. Flags lined up across the street from the 52 Commonwealth State.
I'm too small to see anything. You guys just want to get somewhere else. Get to the tube.
Okay. So that's Westminster Hall there, guys. Yes. Let's see if we can get round to the other side. It's quite tight in here. So that's the scale of what is going on in London right now.
When Biden appears. Yeah,
so that's the Houses of Parliament there.
First of all, there wouldn't be 2 helicopters hovering, which there are.
And then Westminster Hall on the right there. Queen Elizabeth is lying in state in that building there.
Been working in there for 6 minutes to wait.
Okay.
I just want to get the tube to get out of this tube.
So we've been told the American president is on site apparently. Trying to see if we see any motorcades pull up from Westminster.
Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Got for this? Which one? Breakfast already? What? Right.
So you're live here at Francis Page Media, bringing you all that you need to know about whatever is going on in the world of our British royals. We are right here at Westminster Hall, where the Queen is lying in state for the last 3-4 days, coming up to 4 days, until tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. And right now, we've been told the American president is somewhere here, about to pull out and go, and I think be part of the dignitaries that are going to attend that evening dinner party. Hi, Paul Austin, Grace. See you joining us on this live.
We are black here. Black.
like flashing lights and stuff now. I'm trying to get it there, exactly. So you have
Someone's waiting from the other side of
I'm not sure. I've done it. Guys, 6 miles. Nice.
So guys, if you're wondering where we are right here at Westminster Hall. So the building right in front of us is the place where Her Majesty the Queen's body is lying instead. It's going to be in there until tomorrow, Monday 6 a.m. in the morning.
Right, okay, well, you should go to that front
And the queues are ridiculous here for those coming in to see Her Majesty's body lying in. Waiting times of up to 10 hours, we've been told. And I think they have stopped people from joining the queue. So you're here live on Francis Page Media. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe so that you stay up to date with all that is going on in the world of our British royals. Right here in front of Westminster Hall. Very popular place, very iconic. Such a historic moment. People are here to witness a change of era. Queen Elizabeth to King Charles. But we are here today, of course, to sort of pay our respect to a great leader Queen Elizabeth has been. She will be remembered by many generations to come. She has broken all records. King Charles III, of course, is now going to be the next king. The big question that remains is, will he live up to the great things that Queen Elizabeth has done? So, Francis Page Media is the channel you're on right now, and we are live in front of Westminster Hall, the Houses of Parliament, that famous clock on the wall there. If you're not subscribed to this channel, Francis Page Media YouTube channel, please subscribe so that you're always up to date with what is going on in the world of our British royals. So people are gathered here from so many areas, every corner of the world, to come and witness history. I've been talking to others who have been spending nights and nights on the streets here because guess what? Tomorrow they might not have that opportunity to come in here because the streets are going to be closed. So you can only live, but you can't come in around here because of the massive queues and numbers of people at the moment. Am I right? Yes. So we've been told that so many dignitaries are in the country, and this evening they will be going to have dinner. Over 100 representatives, big dignitaries, including the United States President. And you know what that means, security-wise. We don't see events like this quite often. So this is going to be the biggest, if not greatest events to have happened in recent times, the death of Queen Elizabeth II. We saw this coming, but we couldn't put an exact time to it. Excuse me. I saw you recording.
Yes.
Are you going to use that for anything?
Well, no, only just because I was listening to your thing and I didn't catch at the end when you said what page it was, so I didn't get that. What page is it? Francis Page Media. Is it your own or is it a company? Can I find? Oh, YouTube.
Are you on YouTube already? You're on YouTube, are you?
I am, but I'm just going to do Francis Page Media.
That's it. That's it. So,
If it doesn't, then I'll have it there. Oh, it's really bad. I just wanted to know where you were from, so I was trying to catch it, and then I stopped recording, and you said it. Oh, it's just, yeah. Shall I? I'll copy, and I'll paste into my.
look there.
Oh,
Look there. And,
I'm not signed in.
okay, sign in.
Oh, wait a minute, YouTube. I signed out. Oh, it's not doing it. I don't think it's doing it. I'll have a look later when I'm on the train.
Of course,
yes.
And
Thank you. I won't use
follow,
you, but I'll,
no, it's all right. I
I'll
just
then
wanted
follow.
to know why
yeah,
you, yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Well done
Okay.
anyway, it's great.
Thank you.
I can't. Yeah, which bridge? Westminster Bridge. Yeah.
I'm looking at the flag. The flag, I'm looking at right. Big Ben is on the left.
Can I not
And the flag, the right foot.
is there a like a bridge too? So go, if I come out of Westminster Tube Station, take a left.
But I don't think
All
we
the
can
way to
cross
the
them.
end.
They're not letting anybody cross the road.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I can't see anything because it's not
Big Ben is on the left.
on the other side. Jab, you don't miss out. There are about a million boards to be. That is not the
No, but okay, we need to look at again for us. I'm not sure. Non, I think. On va retourner tout à l'heure, on pourra pas revenir dans ce sens.
So right guys, that's it for today. We are going to conclude our live, but that is Westminster Hall, where Queen Elizabeth is lying in state, up until tomorrow 6 a.m. From what we've been told, the queue is, nobody can jump on that queue now because the waiting times are up to 6, 7, 8 hours, 9 hours, and they anticipate people won't be able to make it to see the Queen by 6 a.m. in the morning. So whoever is just joining the queue now might as well stop. But that's Westminster Hall in front of us where Queen Elizabeth is lying in state.
You on the side of the flag?
those of you who have been following me on this journey, thank you so much today. This was a video just to show you, live to show you what is going on in London and how things are shaping up for the state funeral tomorrow.
How would we? That was hysterical. Really, we're never. Let me just explain to you. Do you know what the song I feel like singing? On the side of the river. We just went out to we just not know the law.
Well, I stayed it when you stayed that's on the road.
Yeah, but you're wasting your day.
All the important people.
So they're dignitaries.
Oh, they come again?
Dignitaries. You'll be going to dinner somewhere nearby.
No, the royal way.
Now I know yours. I need your YouTube.
It's the tell us the Queen's royal way.
You say YouTube
Yes. With some here, but so far.
Yeah, bit backwards, yeah. I haven't been here.
Yeah.
France.
So what?
France.
That way, right?
N-C-I-S. Space.
Maybe you get part way down, you think?
Page.
Yeah.
P-A.
Look,
P-A. Sorry. P-A. G.
There you go.
There's nobody good.
E.
Who's this?
Space.
Oh, there's lots of police cars.
That one. That's it, yeah.
See Joe Biden.
We got that, yeah.
See Joe Biden.
Oh,
Again,
you're
before
very
we-
handsome.
Yeah.
Where are
I
you?
know. Go on.
Where are you?
Loud screen.
Well,
Go
I
on.
live in
Which one's the home ones for us?
Yes. Yeah, thank you so much.
And you're from
Tell
where?
Abraham we said sorry.
Originally from Vietnam.
You can.
There's a convoy coming.
So, but yeah, thank you for the subscription and please visit that channel. I always
Oh, look there,
share
they keep coming
royal
down now.
stuff.
You can see it.
Anything
Look
to do
to
with
your left.
royal,
Look to your left.
royal
Do you want to see your phone out? Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Here's Joe Biden.
Who's in the car? Who's in the car?
Put your video in me. Oh, it is as well. It really is Joe Biden. It's all American. Look at pie.
Royal family. Royal family.
So Joe Biden, the American president.
That's his wife. That's his wife. I don't like when MPs have this. No, lift him up so we can see him. Quick, I'll hold it. You lift him.
I want to see it.
Pictures to the car.
You see it now? He's the president. So when you talk to him, and all them black cars. I did. I said he's one. Yeah, come on.
There's another special convoy over there.
Oh, look, no, there. There's more there. Quick.
So we've got so many
See him over there.
dignitaries.
See him over there. Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah, now.
So we've just seen Joe Biden drive into the Houses of Parliament. We've been told that all dignitaries are meeting up around here where they will be going to have dinner. All the big dignitaries, yes.
Where is that tonight?
Somewhere near Buckingham Palace. But of course they are meeting up here first to sort of work a plan out.
Wonder what Joe Biden. I think they're open with Joe Biden. Yeah, he just went past. Yeah. I know, that's it. That's all we wanted. Hello. Okay. Do you see? I seen the wife. Obviously, you'd have seen it. Oh, is this? Yeah. In Japan somewhere.
They're all passing around.
Yeah, oh my god, there's so many what do they do? No. Why? What? Did you have to give it away? I know. I'm waiting your day as well. She's smiling. Yeah, it is unbelievable. Go on and we'll see if we can make it. The one that's been in the contract. Just gave him one time and get my water out for him. This one that's been drunk out. When are they opening now? Come on, there's no need now, it's past. Bob, come here, Bob, what are you doing?
Right? Okay. Thank you. Cheers. Then wait. Can't cross there, can we?
Still not.
Right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for those that have come with me onto this incredible journey this evening. I would like to thank you for all your views and your comments and your support for this channel. Today I came down here in London. Of course, I came yesterday to go and walk through Westminster Hall to see Queen Elizabeth lie in state. And I've been camping here since to just show you around what is going on in London with regards to the state funeral, which is going to be taking place tomorrow. So the cars or the motorcade you've just seen over there, it was Joe Biden and indeed other heads of state who are meeting at the parliamentary building there, getting ready to go out for a dinner that has been organized for all heads of state. And I thought it would be great to show you around Westminster Hall as well, to see what is going on around the hall, especially as Queen Elizabeth is lying in state there up until tomorrow. But people, as you see, people are lining up on the streets, not going anywhere tonight. They are going to camp here. As you can see, the roads are very busy. Hello. Yeah. And which is going to be taking place tomorrow. 11 o'clock the service starts, the state funeral service starts, so please be ready. BBC, ITV, all these other news channels are going to be broadcasting the service live. It's going to be the biggest we've ever seen since the Queen Mother in 2002. So stay tuned here at Francis Page Media. If you're not subscribed to this fabulous channel, please subscribe. Let us drive these messages forward. I will be putting together a story again this evening, a very, very interesting story about Meghan and Harry. We hear Harry wants a return, but King Charles says no. So I'll be sharing details of that story again later on today. But that is what London is looking like today, ahead of tomorrow's funeral service for Her Majesty the Queen. So I'm going to sign out for now, guys. I'm going to get a drink. London has just started right now. It's like early morning, so I'm gonna grab a drink, cup of tea, maybe a beer somewhere, and just chill out. And then hopefully tomorrow, if I can come back live, if I can get into these areas, because it's going to be really, really packed, and signal tomorrow might be disabled around these areas because of the key figures that are in the country in this area. So whether signal permits tomorrow, I will come live. If not, you will hear from me at some point next week. But keep up the support coming, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. And Francis Page Media has grown and it's growing. I welcome all of you new subscribers to this channel, old subscribers who are now my great friends. Thank you for keeping this channel growing. I'm loving it. Sad moments we are going through with the death of Queen Elizabeth, but we are very lucky to be able to see a new era come in, in King Charles. Queen Elizabeth has done a lot for us. She's done her work. She's set the monarchy on such an incredible path. And it's up to the new king now to uphold those standards and values that have been deeply put in place by Her Majesty the Queen. So wherever you're watching this channel from, Francis here, sending you greetings right in the heart of London. As you can see, I've been walking a lot today. I'm loving this. Don't forget, I was a soldier, Queen's Guard, so I'm used to doing a lot of walking. Those of you who know me very well, who have been following me for quite some time, you know that I love walking. And certainly walking in areas that are very iconic, like these ones here. Okay. So I'm heading back to Trafalgar Square, which is down here. There is a pub of mine that I like to go to, catch up on some spots, and wait for things to calm down a little bit before I transient home. But I don't live far away from here for tonight and maybe tomorrow. but I will keep you up to date with what will be going on every step along the way. So from me here, I'm signing off. Have a very warm evening. Bye bye, my dear friends.